Guys, this is Huggy from Team Omega, bringing you a meta and strategy update thanks to the release of set 12. Mainly this video I'm going to be focusing on the countering Link Joker and the Link Joker matchup in general. It's going to be huge right now. Link Joker is probably in North America going to be one of the most popular decks. Meaning you're going to be seeing it at your locals, you're going to be seeing it at the upcoming team league, probably in every single team you face, unless you're a defender, or in the soon, I'm guessing, to be upcoming singles, regionals, and whatnot. It's going to be very popular next to Revengers. So, here we go. Firstly, your best matchup against Link Joker is, as I'm showing here, obviously going to be a restanding Vanguard. Stuff like Descendant, Dote, Dauntless, and the obvious main choice, Raging Form. Sadly, I don't have one here. But because of Link Joker's field lockdown, not being able to efficiently get off 3 attacks every turn like we've been used to, these guys are going to be huge, especially this guy right here in the middle. Being able to Incognito, Break Ride, Dauntless on Dauntless, and then possibly another Dauntless, or go with Dote, is essentially going to be able to kill Link Joker very fast. Link Joker relies on having the field locked down and only having to use minimal hand to guard. When they're guarding your Vanguard for at least 15 for 1 to pass twice, with that double twin drive, it kills them essentially. Your main bet and best option to use is Raging Form Dragon. The combo with Raging Form, I can't really show it here, but you break ride Raging Form onto Mordred Phantom. Use Mordred Phantom's skill, Counterblast 1, you call out Tartu. Tartu's skill is to Counterblast 2, Superior Call a grade 1 from your deck behind it in the same column. So from there you call out Darkbond Trumpeter, Darkbond Trumpeter skill, Counterblast 1, call out a grade 0 from your deck. In that deck you're going to be running an extra copy of Clotus, just for Darkbond skill, for this combo. You call out Clotus, you use Clotus's skill, into Soul, Counterblast 1, and Superior Call, Blast a Dark Revenger. You just got 2 front row and 1 back row, meaning you went +3, plus the power to Vanguard, and the rest of the game you can just sit there on Vanguard, maybe the Vanguard booster, and sit there, push him to 5, and then you go off. Plus, when you swing with Raging Form, you get Raging Form's Persona Ride-Off, retiring 3 units. The thing that would kill Revengers is Link Joker locking 3 units so you can't retire them. But as long as you get to go off first, Raging Form skill, retire the 3, they're not there next turn for Link Joker to lock. It's why Revengers are such a good matchup against Link Joker, is the hand advantage they gain from calling every card from the deck and not having to waste their hand, and the fact that they can efficiently sit there without any rear guards and then hit hard to finish the game. Worst possible 3-standing Vanguard I find against Link Joker is going to be Descendant. The fact that Nebula Lord can very, very easily lock the back row booster to Descendant. Once you do that, Descendant is swinging for 11 constantly. That 11 is terrible. Guarding 11, and that maybe 16, if they're lucky enough to get a trigger twice, but guard the 11, well that's just 10 and 10. Easy. Link Joker, not a problem. unless Descendant wants to be wasting the Counter last 2 to give him 5,000, but that's just wasting resources, making it so that they can't restand as much, which in the end kills them just as much as swinging 11. Yes, it'll be good, but not as good. Another good deck against this is going to be Spectral Duke Break Ride. Running on the same generally as Raging Form. The sitting there on Vanguard, getting a couple pluses here and there from the Break Ride, the Superior Call skill, the Ride Chain. But other than that, the swing with Vanguard, retire 3, restand. Now the 3 aren't there to lock again on your opponent's turn, and you can do it pretty consistently, at least enough to finish the game. Not as good as Raging Form, not as good as Dauntless, but in my opinion, a little bit better than Descendant. Moving on to stuff other than restanding Vanguards that I think are going to be good against Link Joker are the new Garmor from set 12. Honestly, I watched this deck play this past weekend on Friday, and on my locals it's Saturday, and the hand advantage it gets is huge if you play it right. I was watching the guy play, and he'll ride turn 1, call nothing, ride turn 2, call nothing, ride Gancelot turn 3, still only having Gancelot and the new starter, Trumpeter, I'm not really sure, can't remember its name right now, but its skills to put into Soul when something's superior call, give 3,000 power to your Vanguard. But moving on, he rides Gancelot. Once he gets Break Ride, Garmor. Nothing to give the 5k to, but it's not a big deal. The Gancelot's pretty much there just to give the extra little bit of a plus when you ride Garmor. You use your starter skill, push into Soul. Now Garmor is gaining 3k for every single called rearguard when you have 5 open rearguard circles. Counterblast the 3, superior call the top 5 cards of your deck. Essentially, you just went plus 5 cards in hand. Plus, your Vanguard is hitting 36,000 without a boost. Plus, running cards in the deck such as Joseph or Bruno, or that grade 2, the same skill as Bruno in that grade 2, they gain 3k every time something is superior called from the deck. So if you're lucky enough to get them off first, call them first, and then calling more rearguards afterwards, they get really big rearguard rows. Them superior calling Blaster Blade, which is 1, just awesome to see, 2, getting to retire a front row, never a bad thing. And then I'm looking at the guy's hand, and it's huge. They now have a full field, huge hand, and they were able to sit there without giving Link Joker anything to lock for a good couple of turns. Meaning, it's just really good. You gain the hand advantage to be able to stop Nebula Lord's Limit Break when he goes off, because essentially, he's only getting it off once. You need to be able to stop it, but it's not as easy as everybody's going to believe. Personally, on Saturday, I played Nebula, and a lot of the games, it looks like Link Joker is going to lose. It looks like they're not doing very much. They have mediocre hand advantage, and field advantage is just regular. The lock for the 1 turn is a huge minus to the opponent, but it's Nebula Lord's Limit Break mixed with Lanthanum and trying to remember his name here. One sec, I got it. Here we go. Using these 2 guys right here. Nobium, Lanthanum, have them on the field, Break Ride, Nebula. Well, you get rows up to possibly 46,000 on rearguard, which is huge, and your opponent doesn't expect it, and surprise, they can't guard everything, and you just won the game. Happened to me almost every single round on Saturday. Didn't think I was going to win, just trying to hold out. when really it was me who was ahead. So having the hand advantage to be able to stop stuff like that from happening, Garmor gives you that. And it's great. Other than that, being able to stop Link Joker is going to be based on using your head while you play, and essentially just don't fill your field. Because when it happened to me on Saturday, they didn't have a full field, it slowed me down. Yes, it's minusing you while you're not having a full field, but keeping it to Vanguard column and one rearguard column is slowing down Link Joker so much, because with Nebula getting the 9k from his limit break in the front row, having 3 rearguards locked is a huge difference than just having the front row and 1 back row locked, where it's only giving the 6k. Yes, it's still an extra stage, but it's not the same. It's a huge hindrance, and I lost a lot of Game 1 or Game 2s because of it. Other than that, all I can really say is good luck, play smart, and go Team Omega.